Okay, welcome back. Time to battle some more. Alright, we are on the draw, gonna redraw. I also really like the change that you now see like your current rank and not your last season's rank. That's a lot nicer. And I think I wanna just lead with the Granite monument here to curve out like Quarry into champion. I'm gonna have to use one on Shadow next turn and then set up the following influences. Alright. Shadow into Quarry. And I think given our hand, I rather like the Flame Blast. I mean, it's nice the Fire Sigil turns on our champions, but we don't really have use for the 5th power right now, and Flame Blast is really powerful against armory, so I think I'm gonna take the Flame Blast. Even though it unfortunately doesn't get reduced in cost, but can't have it all. Alright, we got our 3rd fire regardless. Means we're gonna drop this on fire, drop this. Fortunately, next turn we have to play the 2nd shadow for our Impending Doom possibly. But maybe we can just get away with like champion plus potential rapid shot and play another fire sigil. Okay, I guess now it doesn't matter. Now we just go Impending Doom for sure. And we have the 3rd fire for the Soulfire Drake as well, which is great. And Drake is the best card possibly against armory, so that's nice. He has a silence. That is a bit annoying. I think I'm gonna just attack here, see what happens. If he double blocks, I rapid shot and play the Champion of Chaos. Like our opponent is screwed, so that definitely helps. And I think, yeah, we can definitely play champion. Like he's even like at least 2 turns off from Harsh Rule, and we have Soulfire Drake and Flame Blast, so just gonna punish him as hard as we can for his screw. Guess we have to get rid of this guy to set up our Drake. But it's fine, like he missed his power drop again, so still no Harsh Rule threat. I'm not sure how I feel about the attack sounds, like I felt the attacking and hitting sounds were enough, like having like an additional sound makes it all of a sudden like a bit too noisy to me sounds. I think I only like the like play, die, like the playing and the dying sounds basically. Like the attacking sounds seem sort of annoying. They are a bit too much, I think. A little overload. Let me know in the comments what you think. I feel like they went a bit overboard there. Like the standard that we know from Hearthstone is pretty fine. Like in Hearthstone, you have the you have like basically the same sounds except for like the attacking sound, I think. And I also think the like rank symbol next to the name could maybe be a bit bigger. I think a bit more noticeable. Like if you know it from Hearthstone, it's like a lot bigger, and I kind of like the size that they have there. There's like a couple of like good interface type standards they have that make sense to adapt like to adopt in other games as well. Alright, on the draw, gonna redraw. Sand's way too slow and power heavy. This is as power heavy but a lot better. Like, I think the player name and the symbol could both be a bit bigger. It's like kind of easy to miss the name of the player, and I think it should be a bit more striking, a bit more in the face. That was a great top deck. But yeah, I really like that you see the current rank now. Really appreciate being able to. That was kind of bad, I should have annihilated right away. But I think I'm gonna annihilate right now. And then go like champion into stuff. Although I guess it would have been sort of a fine trade there if he blocks. We're gonna go for Champion of Chaos. And now that there's like no health gained, there's actually like a downside for it to be like a 4-3 right now. I actually possibly should have like sequenced it differently and like not used Stonescar Burn in that last turn. So it's a 3-3, so he can't vanquish it on his turn. Gives him like 3 outs less to kill it. I mean, he takes 1 damage less if he has a Sword of Icaria, but that's not that widely played anymore. And it's also like fine. It's like not that big of a deal. But I think it's kind of a big deal whether he can vanquish it or not. So it makes sense to potentially set up a sequence where it is a 3-3 against Justice decks and turning it into a 5-3 or 4-3 the turn after. Like, we could have easily made it like a 3-3 and then a 5-3 on turn 4 with the Stonescar banner. Alright, so Quarry, see what we find. More power. Not great. I guess we're gonna attack and hope that the Soulfire Drake is gonna do enough of the trick. And that he doesn't turn the Silverwing Familiar into a big monster. And speaking of it, it happens. It starts. Yeah, Silverwing Familiar is like the best way to beat Stonescar as Recano. Seems like people are getting back on that train again. Unearthly's old like Stonescar killer Recano basically. I mean, there's like an option to try and like block the Familiar, but it like gets punished by so many cards, by like Blade, by Morehammer, by Finest Hour, by Torch, by Vanquish, even by Enforcer. And see, there's the Vanquish. At least we got the 6 damage out of it and the trigger. And like that was actually a great draw. And I think now I'm just gonna like attempt to block here. Should have played a Fire Sigil, by the way. Ended the turn a little too quickly. Great. That's like an incredible draw. Try charge 5-4 Warcry. That's awesome. Alright, drop power and pass turn. And now we're looking not so bad anymore. I think like next turn I'm gonna start attacking with the Oni Ronin again. Or not, now that this guy died. Oh sweet. I think now we can attack to like swing the race in our favor and also be like less punished by a Blade or Warhammer off the top, for example. Charging Impending Doom's so good. Yeah, the like one of Soulfire Drake is growing on me more and more. I mean, it's a situational card and stuff, and like the second copy is a lot worse than the first because of the ability and because of how fragile it is and stuff. But having access to one to randomly get into this like supercharged mode that we are in right now is really nice. So I can see the appeal of running a singleton, especially over like more burn, like the Force Flame Blast or something. And he's dead. Sweet. That game took a surprisingly good turn for us. Alright. time for one last match. And as you can see, like the ranks already get kind of tight, like we won and still didn't move up. And we are only rank 19, sort of. On the draw again, gonna redraw. No units. No units either. More power, not a good hand, but at least it has Quarry to hopefully find stuff. And likely a mirror. At least we have Vara's favor for the Oni. That's nice. Yep, looks like a mirror. No Recano. More Vara's favor targets. It's fine, get rid of the Warcry guy first. He has a rapid shot or a torch. Like you can try and like hide your stops by simply just like immediately pressing OK, so to speak. Makes it really hard to see stops even if there are stops. So if you play very attentive you can hide them pretty well. Alright, so he's either Cheetorless, or I think I played him again, I think he has like this weird Cheetorless Stonescar Burn hybrid with like assembly line in more of a Burn Queen shell, I think. Alright, that's not great. But it's like gonna do something. And there's the Queen to punish us. So yeah, we're gonna take 13. Not gonna win this one. This list is very good in the mirror. I don't have particularly high hopes here. Alright. That's fine. Gonna block here, block here. Take 4 damage. And if he has like rapid shot, we just lose the game. Yep. He has 2 rapid shots. Alright. Okay. They got us. So not the most impressive showing. I think we went 3-3. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what you have to expect if like everybody's playing Stonescar. You're flipping a lot of coins, and to be honest, I've never been that impressed with Burn Queen. You guys know that. Like, I think the deck, as you saw, has like some weird inconsistencies, and I tried to like get around them with like more early game, like more redundant 1 and 2 drops. And I also usually prefer to like, if I play aggro, to just go full on aggro and play like Cheetorless, for example, which actually is really great right now. Like Cheetorless is great against Burn Queen and Armory and a lot of other decks that are running around on ladder right now. But yeah, I think it's definitely still was important to like cover Burn Queen and provide you guys with a updated list for anyone that wants to run the ladder with Burn Queen. You now hopefully have like a more well-tuned version at your hand to do so. That should maybe give you a little bit of an edge over a longer time, with being a bit more consistent than people that, for example, are still like copy-pasting Sarius 28 power list with like 4 Countess on ladder. Power screwing even more than we did, and having these like awkward Countesses against the Vara's favors in the mirror and stuff like that. Alright, that's it for Eternal Top Decks Burn Queen. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it and or found it interesting and helpful. Please also follow me on social media for streams and tournament live tickers and other stuff so you don't miss anything. And yeah, that's it for this time. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.